Hi guys, welcome back. Leo McCarthy here, spiritual mentor, psychic and medium, Reiki Master, EFT Tapping practitioner, and Shaman. Today's topic I want to talk about is I feel stuck. A lot of us feel stuck. And what does that mean? Are we stuck in our life? Are we stuck in our jobs? Are we stuck in a relationship? Are we stuck with having to be a caregiver? There's many ways that we may perceive that we're stuck. And we're in these situations because a lot of times it is what we know and is what our norm is. And it is part of what makes up our comfort zone. And nothing changes and nothing's going to be different unless we decide to make different choices or do something different than we're doing normally every day. And what keeps us from making choices to do something different a lot of times is fear. And this could be many times fear of the unknown, fear of what will happen if we decide to do this, or we decide to change this, or we decide to leave this situation. We're afraid what is on the other side of that? And is it going to feel worse to be on the other side of that? And because we feel stuck in a situation, we feel already stressed out, a lot of anxiety around it. We may even feel angry. There's a lot of emotions we may feel. We may feel sad. We may feel depressed. But we're in a holding pattern of the situation that we're in because we perceive that we can't do anything different about it. Now, this also comes from a wound that we may have experienced in our life, and a wound or a trauma that happened where our power was taken from us, or some of our power was taken from us. And when some of our power is taken from us, it takes away our ability to see that we do have choices and we do have some sort of control, because when our power is minimized, it takes away control. And so we don't feel like we have control of ourselves. We don't feel like we have control of our situations. And so, in order to kind of do something different and make a change in our life to get us unstuck, we need to do a little inner work on these wounds and these perceptions of power that we have and sense of control that we have. And we have to tune in to where was that power taken from us? And, you know, this could be in your conscious mind, but it also could be buried in your subconscious. And so there's different situations and different modalities that you can explore to see if you can get to the root of what is causing this lack of power, this lack of control, this perceived idea that we don't have a choice. And you can explore modalities like Reiki, you can explore EFT tapping, you can explore hypnotherapy, you can experience soul retrievals, you can experience talk therapy. There's all kinds of different situations, or modalities rather, that you can explore. And one of my previous videos that I recorded was about, am I ready to heal? And you may want to go back and listen to that if you haven't listened to that yet. But what I talk about there is, are we ready to heal? And are we ready to kind of face the discomfort of feeling the emotions of what came of those experiences that created those wounds, revisiting those, even though we're not currently going through those, but re-experiencing what those emotions felt like, and be able to move through those and get on the other side of reframing this wound and reframing this narrative and this negative story that's telling us that we're weak or we're small or we don't have power, and reframing that with these different modalities so we can kind of identify the root causes and release the hold that these wounds and emotions that are stuck have over us. And if we can work through these things, we can get on the other side of not feeling like we're in control and not feeling like we have a choice, to being on the side of realizing that we do have the power, we are empowered to make decisions, we do have choices that we can make, and we can get out of our comfort zone if we can get beyond the fear that was keeping us, because the fear was fueled by these previous wounds and experiences that was telling us a story that it was unsafe to make a choice to get on the other side of where we are. So I just wanted to talk about this a little bit and take some time and just kind of process why you feel stuck and what is going through your head and what's the story that's playing that's making you think that you're stuck. Now, you could feel stuck in a situation where you may be in an unsafe situation and some things may be out of your control because maybe there is an unhealthy and an unsafe relationship that you're in. Now, even if you do this inner work, that situation may not change unless you can find the strength and courage to ask for help. And this could be talking to friends or family or even professionals if you need to get the law involved or attorneys involved or research places to go for shelters to get out of your situation. But the first step is realizing that you do have the strength to make a choice, to decide to go beyond your fear and ask for help. And it takes a lot of planning and strategizing to do that. So be smart about it, be safe about it, and create opportunities with the help of trusted family or friends, and trust in law enforcement to help you get on the other side of a bad situation if that's where you're at. So I don't want to minimize how you feel, but I want to give you something to think about, that maybe we do have more power than we think, and maybe we do have more power than we're being convinced of otherwise from someone else. So stay tuned. And if you found this beneficial, maybe watch it again. But don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And we'll talk soon.